Hey everybody, Jeff, your executive gardener. Been a little bit of time and there's a lot growing. So we just started the official, obviously, start of summer. Memorial Day was Monday, and got a lot going on here. So got some different things going on in the garden. I just figured I'd give you a bit of a tour. So it's kind of a hodgepodge of things, but some things will come out. So what you'll see there is we've got celery. So we've got some celery plants that are growing. I've never grown celery successfully in Texas, but doing good here. They're going to come out shortly. And then we've got a number of tomato plants. That's a mushroom basket tomato. That's a boxcar willy tomato. That's a cucumber, and there's a bunch of Jimmy Nardello plants there. Over there we've got a sweet pepper that's growing, and I've just got a bunch of things sitting in here, but obviously you know what that is. You've got a young plant, but it's broccoli, and I've put those in pots, as you'll see there. Up here you've got strawberry, you've got another tomato, which is the black seaman tomato. You've got this is I can't remember, but it's like a somewhat of a cherry tomato, but that's doing well as well. And then we kind of branched off in the fruit this year. So we have a dwarf Meyer lemon tree here. We've got raspberry. This is actually growing in a pot. We've got just a small blueberry plant, another blueberry plant. As you'll see, the flowers are dropping, and the blueberries will come out shortly. Got some more celery, and you've got these cucumbers. These are pickling cucumbers, which will go in shortly. And then we've got a number of additional pepper plants, as you see. I'll probably give a number of those away. Down here you've got a raspberry, which is right there. You've got another blackberry, which is right here. And so I'm doing a bunch of other things. And over here we've got some seedlings. These are all cantaloupe. So I'll be planting cantaloupe this year. Let me take you to the other side of the garden. All right, lots of stuff, so stick with me here. So we've got, this is a Catawba grape, tiny patio blueberry plant, fig. This is a I'll read this to you. This is a Suffolk, red seedless grape. We've got a I can't remember what this is. This is a dwarf mulberry, blackberry, black satin plant. You can see it's starting to grow there. We've got another grapevine, which is a Lakemont seedless grapevine. These grapevines are going to grow up this black iron fence. All of these will, and this will be the trellis. We've got a bunch of lettuce and kale. Got another blackberry plant. I don't know if this thing is going to make it or not. This may not make it. Got hit with the frost. We've got and this is a dwarf key lime tree. So if you like key limes, we've already started picking on this. This is lettuce and kale, as you can see, many different types of lettuce. If you haven't grown your own lettuce and haven't eaten fresh lettuce, you're missing out. It's unbelievable. It's like cotton candy, but vegetables. It's incredibly soft. Over here we've got a red crimson grapevine, which you can see it's already starting to sprout. And then I did some co-planting with this with some green beans that will trellis up here. Another grapevine that will have green beans and trellis up here. Here you've got a hot pepper plant, and here you've got a dwarf 5-in-1 apple tree in this 30-gallon pot. And because it's going to stay in this pot, it's not going to get that big, and I'm going to keep it dwarf. But on this one tree you've got a Fuji apple, a Honeycrisp apple, a Gala apple, a Brayburn apple. So I guess it's 4 in 1, excuse me. So obviously with apple trees, they need frost hours, and they need another type of apple typically to pollinate, cross-pollinate. So this has been grafted, and I bought this. So I don't know, you should look online to see if you can find one. Pretty cool. Over here we've got 2 blueberry plants. These are bigger blueberry plants. One, well, that's a small one, but this is a relatively big one. We've got another lemon, Meyer lemon tree. Love dwarf Meyer lemon trees. And then here is no stranger, we've got potatoes. So as you can see, these things are fully grown and in a bag, and probably will be done at some point in time. We've got more. These are Yukon tomatoes. And then we've got this tower here. This tower is just loaded with different things, from green beans to kale to Swiss chard to watermelon. The great thing about these towers is they're pretty deep. You can turn this, as you'll see. I've got more celery here, and just put water in the top and it goes all the way down. It's a green stalk garden. But as you'll see, I'm shifting to a little bit more fruit this year. Everything except, I believe, the apple would die in the cold weather, so we'll bring it inside for the winter, and then bring it back out in the spring, summer, and fall. That's it. It's a lot going on here at the executive garden. My last video I'll show you here is our herb garden and what that looks like. All right, lastly, we have the herb garden. So as you can see, we've got everything from cilantro to dill to sage to parsley here. Okay, we keep going. We've got chives, oregano, basil, thyme. Okay, all of this here. And then we've got some mint over here. As you know, mint can take over a garden if you let it. And then up here, very hard to get for some reason this year, but we've got chives growing. So that's it. That's kind of the garden tour. Executive gardener tour. Right at the start of summer, I'll bring you back and go into some details as we start harvesting things other than lettuce. Until then, Jeff, your executive gardener. Bye for now.